Guys, so I just found out that I am an educated lame. When I started looking up on the definition, the first thing that struck me, I said to myself, Pookie, look at this. You're educated, you have a university education, you basically don't really do anything great for the community. All you do is you moved out to the community and you live in the suburbs with your family. You're really no benefit to the overall community. Then I started to say, hold on, I am an educated lame. That was really shocking because I said to myself, am I really lame? And I started to look back and I said, yes, I am lame. Because the truth is, I'm not a real one. I don't care about brand names. I don't care about acting tough. None of that. I don't care anything about that. Like, I am okay just being a mainstream type of dude. So it seems like being a mainstream type of dude is being a lame. Being someone who doesn't care about appearances and all this stuff and swag and all that stuff is being a lame. So I am happily a lame. And one of the things is, I tell anyone who is a lame, be happy being a lame, because the real ones, are they really happy? Because they're the ones telling you how much their clothes cost, all of that stuff. I mean, most of my clothes come from either Costco or Amazon, and none of them are brand name, unless you call Kirkland a brand name, right? So I am just not with it. I'm not with it because I don't see a benefit of being with it. Because being with it means that I am supporting a failed culture. And that failed culture, Einstein said doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result is insanity. And right now, if we look at any hood or any place that people say, hey, that's where the real ones come from, most of those people are trying to get the hell up out of there. And those who love being in there, you don't want to be around those guys because a lot of those guys are psychopaths, right? So I enjoy being a lame, and I challenge anyone to tell me what's negative about being a lame. Because when people say they are passport bros or they're divesting or whatever, all it means is that they're leaving the community. That's all it is. And, each side cheers them on, but the truth of the matter is the people who are waking up are actually leaving the community. But they're not only leaving the community, they're leaving the culture because they see that the culture is failing. The culture is broken. And the people who want to maintain that culture, the real ones, they're the ones who are trying to shame, blame, and explain why you are a loser or a lame or a goofy for leaving. But I don't care about what they have to say because the fact of the matter is those people cannot pay me. So I will go where I can earn a good living, where my family can feel safe, where they can go to good schools. And that's the lame communities, the lame or the mainstream communities. So right now, who is the one that's goofy? Because the real ones, many of them, as soon as they get any money, they're gone. They're out of the community immediately because the community is broken. And the reason why the community is broken is because real ones are being real or keeping it real. Keeping it real actually just gets you in a lot of issues. Now, I won't get into what Chris Rock said because Chris Rock tried to separate black people into two categories. We all remember that skit. Important part about it was what he tried to explain is that there's some folks who destroy everything. The movie theater comes in. Within 3 months or 4 months, it has to close down because someone is out there shooting and having fights and all that stuff. The club comes in, the same thing. A lot of these rappers who's, gangster rappers, they cannot make a lot of money off of concerts because every time they have a concert, they attract a certain set of people. And those certain set of people cause trouble and then the promoters cancel the concert. So they have to go to small towns where they don't have those people, and that's where they make a little money, but they can't live off of that. They have to go to try to sell out a stadium, doing all of that stuff. So a long time ago, Dave Chappelle did a skit called When Keeping It Real Goes Wrong. And one of the things I can say to anyone is we're getting the message now. A lot of people are getting the message. There are a lot of folks and a lot of psychopaths, a lot of people who have issues who are in the culture, and people are afraid to call them out because they don't want to seem like they're lame or goofy by calling them out. I have no problem calling them out because I do not I do not get my self-esteem from keeping it real. I don't care about Gucci or Balenciaga or any of that stuff. As I said, I will buy something if it, clothing or something, if I feel that it will last long and it looks decent, it looks okay. I don't need a brand name. I don't need swag. I don't need anyone to feel that I can defend myself and I'm tough and all that. I don't need. I'll call the police if I need that. So I don't mind being goofy and I don't mind being a lame. So I will tell you, the folks who can benefit the community are the ones who are lame. And I'll tell you how they benefit the community. They don't benefit the community by, volunteering and all that. They could. But how they benefit the community is by just paying taxes. Just paying taxes. Just clean up their yards. Just trying to keep their communities safe. Just by going to PTA meetings. Those are the folks that actually help the community. The folks who can't pay taxes, the folks who depend on the government all the time for everything, and they live in a mess, they actually destroy the community. And those are the people who I consider the real ones. I love being a goofy. I love being a lame. And I'll always celebrate it. Thanks, guys.